1. Start agama lizard always looking for shaded areas in desert? To keep its body cool. 2. Penguin has a thick layer of fat and dense feathers? Polar bear has thick white fur? Arctic fox has thick coated fur, tan-colored fur? To keep its body warm. 3. Brown bear has brown, dark, fur. To help it hide in the trees to hunt. 4. Fennec fox has extra large ears. To lose the heat to cool its body. 5. Chameleon eyes move in opposite directions, each eye can move independently from the other. Because one eye can search for food and other eye looks out for danger. In all directions. 6. Wind is important to acacia tree. Because it sends a smelly message in the wind to acacia trees nearby telling them to start making the same poison. 7. Barbary fig has sharp spines. To prevent the animals from eating its leaves and fruits. 8. Water lily has wide leaves that float on water surface. To absorb a large amount of sunlight. 9. Anus is very important organ in digestive system. Because solid wastes leave our body through it. 10. Owl can hunt during night. Because it has extraordinary senses of hearing and sight. 11. Bats can catch insects in the dark. Because they are able to use echolocation property to find insects at night. 12. Owls can rotate their heads in all directions. To search for prey everywhere. 13. Humpback whales sing underwater. To communicate with each other. 14. Soldiers ants send smelly message. To communicate with other ants in case of danger. 15. The Egyptian mongooses make sounds. To communicate with other mongoose to move from one place to another to search for food. 17. Engineers use parachutes in the shockwave truck designs. To stop shockwave truck. 18. When you kick a ball laying on the ground, it moves. Due to the pushing force of your leg acts on it. 19. When two equal pushing forces act on an object in opposite dire. The object doesn't move. Because the two forces are balanced, so the object doesn't move. 20. If you let a pen out of your hand, it falls the ground. Due to pulling force of gravity down towards the earth. 21. When your friend catches a ball that is thrown in the air, the motion. The ball stopped. Due to pushing force of his hand against the ball that make it stop. 22. When your toy car crashes into a wall, it will stop moving. Because the wall applied a force to the car with the same amount of force that pushed the car towards the wall. 23. Shadow of an opaque body is formed when light falls on it. Because the opaque body does not allow light to pass through. 24. A mirror can reflect light better than a painted surface. Because the mirror is more smooth than the painted surface. 25. Fireflies use different patterns of flashlight to communicate with each other. To warn off their predators or attract a mate. 26. The songs of humpback whales have high-pitched sounds during winter months. Because high-pitched sounds travel better through cold water. 27. The symbols that are used in writing have a specific pattern. To give a specific meaning according to the arrangement of letters in a 28 People use face expressions during talking with each other to help people predict our feeling. 29 Candle is considered as a source of light because it gives off its own light. 30 When you stop pedaling during the movement of your bicycle, it slows down until it stops. Due to the friction force between the bicycle tires and the road that acts in the opposite direction of the bicycle movement. 31 If you push two similar toy cars on the same ground, one of them may travel for longer distance than the other, due to the difference in the force that act on each of them. 32 If the same force acts on a small car and a truck, the small car will travel for a longer distance than the truck, because the small object travels faster than the bigger object when the same amount of force acting on them. 33 If you push a pen on the table, it moves for a certain distance till it stops, due to the friction force between the pen and the table surface that act in the opposite direction of the pen movement. 34 The roller coaster doesn't need electricity during its movement down the hill. The stored potential energy changes to kinetic energy. 35 The speed of the roller coaster increases as it moves down the hill, because its kinetic energy increases. 36 Electricity is very important to operate a roller coaster, because electricity and motors help train cars to move up the hill. 37 The goal net vibrates when a ball hits it, because the kinetic energy of the ball transfers to the goal net. 38 A bird stops on a tree has energy, because it is found at a height from the earth, so it has potential energy. 39 When a stone is thrown upwards, its potential energy increases, because its height from Earth's surface increases. 40 Electrical energy is considered a form of kinetic energy, because electrical energy moves through wires to operate devices. 41 We can measure the effect of energy on objects, because we can see the effect of energy on objects when the object change their positions. 42 Electric lamp produces different forms of energy, because it produces light and thermal energy. 43 On filling the spring of a toy car, then let it free, the car moves, because the potential energy. 44 Both of the sun and electric lamp produce two forms of energy, because they produce light and thermal energy. 45 Airbags deflate quickly after seconds of collision, because they contain small holes, vents, through which the gas comes out. 46 The speed of the ball increases when the bat hits it hard, because the kinetic energy of the bat transfers to the ball. 47 Seatbelts in car are very important, because they keep driver's body and passengers from moving forward when car stops suddenly. 48 Airbags in cars are very important, because they slow down the speed of driver moving forward and absorb the energy of the car due to its collision. 49 Airbags inflates during collision, because the sensors of car detect a crash. 50 Airbags deflates after collision, to allow the driver to get out the car. 51 Driving fast is very dangerous, because when the speed of the object increases, its kinetic energy increases and the force of collision increase with the damage. 52 When two objects collide with each other, you can hear a sound, Because part of kinetic energy changes into sound energy. 53. A truck needs a bigger engine than that of a small car to move with the same speed? Because the truck has more mass than the car. 54. Different kinds of energy exist during collision? Because during collision, kinetic energy transfers between the two objects also. Sound and thermal energies are produced.